Hello, dear fountain pen, ink, and paper lovers out there. Dag here with a paper-related episode because I badly need your help or your input. And even if you may say, oh, wow, I have no idea, you need to pick, it's still going to be helpful for me to talk this through with you guys, because what I need to do is pick a new journal. And yeah, not a big deal, and it's fun, and I really like doing this. But then I thought, there is a lot of journal collection videos out there that apparently people are interested in, and I myself, I'm also super intrigued by those. And I wanted to walk through the process of choosing my next journal with you. I do want to start with one fact that is kind of, you're going to laugh about this, but so be it. I have a lot of notebooks and also some journals from the company Good Inkressions. They are located in Spain, and yes, I have ordered notebooks from them from Spain, but I'm hoarding them. And I'm hoarding even those that I have recently gotten from our Barnes & Noble's store here in Albuquerque. Yeah, because they have Tomoe River paper. Does it need any other explanation? No, I don't think so. And now let's get started. So let me show you the Good Inkression books, 2 examples of the stack that I have over there. Hold on. Here they are, 2 examples of my hoard. And this is the one that is more of a journal type from Barnes & Noble. And I am just not sure. But I believe this is the old Tomoe River paper, which I love so much. And this is one that I took out of the packaging that I have ordered from Spain. And both of these have graph paper, which I love. Yeah. And I am not sure, I don't think that the Barnes & Noble ones have the lighter Tomoe River paper. I think they're all the 68 grams, and this is, I think, 52 grams. Yeah. So that's that. So these are out of the question, but let's get going with my big stack, the elephant in the room. And I did want to start off by showing you what I have currently used. This was a gift from a friend in Germany who knows that I love orange, and thus the relation here with the elastic closure and the ribbon marker off the page where you are. And this is, I have really been writing a lot in the past weeks, and that's, I mean, it's personal. But I opened some pages where I thought, okay, I want to show you something that I do. You may see that this is thicker than it originally was. And the reason is that I add photos. This is a picture of my daughter from many years ago. And then I occasionally just play around with inks, and I also add other stickers. Here's another example. So I really love to a lot of writing, I love to add photos. And there's a lot of memory keeping in my journal, stuff that just happens, nothing exciting and nothing where I try to cure this world of all its problems. No, not that deep. But this is what I enjoy doing. Yeah, nothing nothing super crazy. And another page where I just did 2 photos. Fun one, like here about my rug hooking, and I love the ink play here on the edge of this page. That's why I chose this one to show you. And here, yeah. I saw that license plate on a car in front of me. Had to take a picture, of course. Dog fan. Yeah. So this is what I have just finished. And now I was thinking, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a notebook that's slightly larger. This one does have the graph paper, which I love. But in terms of a little bit larger, I wanted to show you the comparison. So this is A5. I mean, the green one is A5, so this is quite a bit smaller. And because I'm traveling soon, so one of the criteria that I have made for myself is that I want something that is not too heavy to carry. And I want something that I enjoy for writing. Of course, it has to work with fountain pens. And I want a decent line width if it's not graph paper. If I'm using a notebook with graph paper, I write on every second square. Usually it's a centimeter gap then. The lines are line width, then you would call it a centimeter because it's 0.5 millimeters usually per graph. I did want to show you something that I usually do. I have been exploring also the options of travel journals. And I don't know if I will ever go to that, but I would maybe not, maybe love to do some little paintings with watercolor in the journals. And so I wanted to show you the back of this, and just in case you wonder why is this, why did she paint in there? And that was just to test how it behaves with watercolor, how the paper behaves. But also, very important, I always take notes of when I got a journal, where I got it, and how much I paid for it. That is very important for me. And the source, like good Inkressions, you find them through Etsy. I shouldn't even tell you. You may buy them all and then there's nothing left for me. Oh, wait, but I have them there. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little obsessed when it comes to good Inkressions, notebooks, and journals. Okay, but let's dive into what I have here. This is the selection that I have narrowed it down to. Keep in mind, it cannot be too heavy, which I think already rules out this one. It's also a little bit boring with a black cover, but any black cover can be decorated with collaging, which I love to do. So you may say, where did you get this book? How is it with fountain pens? I can tell you because it's in the back of the book. I have found this at my local thrift store. And this was one of the books where I tested with watercolor. And I have, I paid for this book $1.50. And as you can see, it does great with fountain pens. No bleed. I need to work out if this is not too big, because I would have to carry it on the plane. Then I have two that are fairly similar. This one I got from a friend. She used to sell kits for junk journals or altered books or something. Not sure what she called it. She did that at a farmer's market. And here's the test. I just got this. No bleed. This blue one, sorry about the shaking. The brand is Ecolo. Oh, I got this from a friend. She was getting rid of some of her notebooks, and I just got that recently. I forgot where I had it from. And you can see no bleed. I have quite a bit of the Oasis notebooks with less pages and a larger size, which I think would be the composition notebook size. What is that? B6, I think, or is it B5? I'm never certain. And I got this one. I paid $15 for it. An Oasis notebook by the company Profolio. Look at that. And I found it last year in Palm Springs. Also behaves okay with the watercolor. And no bleed. Pretty cool. Then I have two Clairefontaine books. One is single signature. And talking about signatures, I never showed you the Oasis one has many signatures that are glued into the cover, but it is signatures for sure. And here, one signature, and here a combination of signatures. This one, 90-gram paper, 96 pages, 48 sheets. Got this very cheaply in Paris, but it's unlined, not my preference. But I could do that. The other one has 96 sheets, 192 pages, lined, nicely, nice white, very crisp look. And this is, unfortunately, I did not write down where I got this and what I paid for it, but yet again, no bleed through. No ribbon to mark where you are, but the elastic closure. Oh, here's a fun one. I did a collage on the cover, and I painted over the collage with a Mod Podge. Unfortunately, the Mod Podge was glossy, which I have to say I have to check out what difference it makes if you use a matte Mod Podge. Any one of you have any experience with that? Let me know. I wanted to use up these small bits that a friend gifted me. This is gold, and I just wanted to seal it in, and you can see where it comes from a knitting retreat. It is actually really nice paper, and 7mm line width. And let's see, no bleed. Endless recorder. I bought this in 21. I ordered it. I love that the pages are numbered. Somehow that appeals to me. And also, you have the ribbon to mark your page. But I did not write down where I got it. I would assume one of the typical online stores. No bleed. What I found or find right now super disappointing. Look at the elastic. It's not elastic anymore. Yeah, sad. Leuchtturm. Such a classic. Very German. I mean, German. It is German. And I bought it in, in Utah at a little bookstore that was nicely stocked for writers. And just ghosting, no bleed. I have not measured the line width here, but again, the pages are numbered. Give me a second. I want to measure the line width. So this was purchased the same year as the Endless Recorder. No problem with the elastic here. And but the line width is 6mm, and that compares to 7mm on the Endless Recorder. 6, 7. Did I show that right? Next is a super sweet book that I ordered from Temu. No hate, please. I know some people hate Temu. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker. Sometimes they sucker me in and I place an order. Look at this book. Really, I don't know if it has signatures. Yes, signatures. So it's sewn. It has graph paper. And I paid about $6 for this. roughly, and I ordered it just recently. Look at this. I was so uncertain. I thought, well, $6, that's kind of like a risk. I may have gotten another one that was cheaper and accidentally ordered a second one. I'm just not sure what happened in this case. And I don't care because the paper is great. It's graph paper. And bookmark, ribbon bookmark yet again. So that's great. So next is another thrift store find. This was in its original shrink wrapping. Do you believe it? And it was in a store at some point, 12 euros and 90 cents. And I got it. It's from a company called Letterbox in Paris. I got it at my thrift store. This is the original price tag. And I got a few books in that packaging, and I think probably this one ended up being $1. And you see, I tested it with a fountain pen, and there is, yet again, no bleed. It is fairly fat. I just don't see signatures, so this may all be glued in paper. It's such a cute notebook. I don't think I'm going to use it now because it's so travel themed. But noteworthy, that's for sure. And line width, even better, 8 millimeters. That would be really nice for me. No comment, right? That was a gift from one of my dear pen pals a few years. No, it was last year. Got that for my birthday from my pen pal. And I mean, I didn't even need to test this because, of course, it was had to be awesome. And I don't think I'm going to use this now because, yet again, it's a very hefty notebook and I want to minimize on weight for the trip. And this has, by the way, 368 pages. Wow. Now we're getting to the gifted journals. This was also I don't know, was it a birthday gift or just a gift from, no, just a gift from my pen pal Ramona. You probably know her from Instagram. And she gifted me this for my currently inked notebooks because she said, oh, then I'm going to be able to see it all the time, the cover, because she chose it because I'm a cat person. And oh my gosh, it's a Hobonichi, and I can it has graph paper. But this graph is a little bit smaller than other graph. It's interesting. It is definitely not the 0.5 millimeters, but it is 5.4. Interesting. Ramona, I'm sorry, not sorry, but this has to be a journal at some point. Very happy about this. Always, over and over again. And I have to say, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I find it so special always to use something that connects me with a friend that was thoughtful and gifted me something where they chose something that they put some thought and some love into the gift, and to choose something that they knew I would love. And like this one, and there's more. This journal was a gift from a friend. She said this made her think of me because she knows I love burlesque. And yes, Rob, in Las Vegas, that's where I saw the show. What was the show called? Zombie Burlesque. Loved it so much. I don't know if you ever saw that. Yes, so here is a journal that was a gift from my local friend Lauren. Lined pages. And let me go to the last page. So she gifted me this. Oh, wow. Already in 21. And yet again, no bleed. Line width, I would guess 7 millimeters. I'm sorry, I should have measured before. I wasn't even thinking of that. Yes, indeed, 7 millimeters. So I've been wanting to use this for a while, but I still haven't. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a magnetic snap closure on the back. Even though I'm, you know me, I say, oh, this is so cool. And then I, like for knitting, I abandon stuff for just that feature. In this case, I may actually cut it off. I would have to try when I use the book if it annoys me or if I actually still like it when I use the book. Yeah, that's also, yet again, quite big and hefty. The next one I'm going to show you because I think it's a little bit smaller. So, oh yeah, tiny bit smaller. This also was a gift from the same friend, local friend Lauren, and it's just, I'm wondering if I wrote anything in this book, and no, I did not. I want to say she got this from me 2 years ago for my birthday. She had found it in, I think in Colorado. And I have mixed feelings about this one. First of all, I find it very, very cool. The whole concept. The whole spine, the whole cover is preserved, as well as the interior original pages of the book. Not sure how many, if it's the complete book or just partial. But you know me, I love that. I've talked about that for my knitting journal. But what could be a problem for me, overthinking this again, maybe not, is that I just don't know the pages that are put in here. Well, I have to say, there's a few things where I'm uncertain about. And if I was at home, if I wasn't planning to travel and use it on the trip, I probably wouldn't mind so much, but I was thinking, then I'm maybe stuck with a journal that I don't enjoy. I don't know. So the added pages for journaling are very different. There's plain. There's let me flip and find something. Plain vintage. And you see, I've been playing with the pages. And on the back, that plain vintage looks like this, which I find pretty cool. No bleed here. It's a bit of a risk, but so far, whatever I tested was fine with fountain pen. And there's also yellow graph paper. And then the artist has added some graphic novel pages, which I find hilarious, and all kinds of other stuff. But and there's the original library card. Makes my heart melt. This comes from the Mission Hill Baptist Church Library in Littleton, Colorado. Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna play a little bit with this one maybe tonight, because I've really wanted to use this, and then I will decide. There's one other factor that is not so easy for me to deal with. And you may be able to relate. I see some of the younger people, they don't care at all. They take any journal, spiral bound, whatever it is, they use it all. For me, I need to have a comfort of the writing surface. So, but I think this is going to be okay, because you just gotta flatten out the pages, and that's okay. You just gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta fold it a little bit. And because the way it's bound is it grabs it for about 1/4 inch where it holds it together. That was a lot of nerdy journal talk for you today. And I wonder what you say, what you think. What would you choose? What would you choose? Write a comment. I would love to hear from you. I mean, eventually these will all get used. I am just not 100% sure which will be the next. That's all from me for today, paper stuff. And I will see you soon, then the next time with a woolly knitting related video. Bye.